Welcome back, you guys, to the Come Sit With Us pod. Today's a fun one.
We had so much fun today.
Yeah, we wanted to switch things up, kind of do something a little bit more fun, more lighthearted, allow you guys to literally sit with us, get to know us, and just have a really fun interactive episode.
Yeah, today we submitted a few questions through our Instagram stories. We opened up the platform for you guys to just ask us who is most likely to ... And we got a few submissions that was super fun. We asked questions like who is most likely to go to jail, who is most likely to have X amount of kids. It was like super fun. She surprised me with some of her answers, and we also had like a lot of fun, laughs and stuff.
It was a fun one.
Mm-hmm.
So we hope that this is a nice not refresh, but like breath of fresh air.
Yeah.
Breath
of fresh air.
Breath of fresh air. To our usual super deep combos. We love those. But sometimes, you gotta shake it up a little bit. And I think a lot of insight can be pulled from these kind of episodes as well. Because we talk about a bunch of different topics. It's like a quick fire, rapid fire questions and thoughts on things. So make sure you subscribe, hit that bell notification so you never miss an upload. And you can take it over from here.
Yes, make sure you hit that bell notification so you never miss an upload, which we upload every single Wednesday.
Nice.
If you are listening through any of our audio platforms, please make sure to hit the follow button. And if you find it in your heart, please share to 5 of your friends.
5?
So 5 of your friends. We're upgrading up in here.
Okay.
So they can also be blessed by our conversations. For we wholeheartedly believe that the Lord just placed these topics onto our hearts and just to spread the algorithm onto everyone else. And we're just so grateful for you to be here. Check out our descriptions and our show notes for any additional information. And we are just so grateful for you to be here.
Yes. Let's get into it. Hey friends, welcome back. It's your hosts, Brittany
and Bridget.
And you always have a seat at our table.
And on Wednesdays, we upload. We invite you to sit with us as we dive into relevant topics on faith and culture through candid conversations that help you grow in grace and truth. So get comfy and join us in this conversation.
What's good, you guys? So welcome back.
Welcome back. Welcome back. No, we not.
Well, we're just gonna hop straight into the questions. This is a fun one.
Yes, I'm so excited.
We'll popcorn it back and forth.
Yes.
Some of these we have seen, some we haven't, but we really didn't spend time thinking about them. At least I didn't.
Me neither. I mean, I wanted to skim through just to see what we got, but I stopped myself because I wanted it to be more authentic and genuine to answer them.
All right, I'll go first.
Okay.
Well, the first one I read was who's most likely to get pregnant first, but
I
already have a kid, so we're not going to do that one.
Okay.
All right, who's most likely to be a stand-up comedian?
Oh, that one, I don't know, because I feel like...
Oh.
You can ask the same question now that you're both getting married the same year.
Oh, yeah. I have that.
Really?
I have that in here. Who's most likely to have a kid first, next?
Okay. Yeah.
You, for sure.
You think so?
1,000%.
Really? I don't, because me and Dave got a deal.
So do we. And I just feel like I'm so scared to have a kid again.
Really? Wow.
It's still wondrous and
True.
it wouldn't hurt.
What you mean it won't hurt?
No, you know what I mean, metaphorically,
Yeah.
But for me, I think
I don't know what I'm getting into yet.
Yeah.
Like you do.
And because I already have one, it's already I'm going into marriage, already not. It's not just us, you know what I mean?
That's true.
And it's a blessing. It's a beautiful thing. But because of that, I want to be extra careful that we at least give ourselves around a year to just kind of get situated, to enjoy life before we add another one to the mix.
That's true.
And we are planning on going to Japan in the fall of 2026. So I told him, maybe there we can conceive.
Okay. That'd be crazy if okay, that'd be dope though if you do conceive over there because Sage was born over there. So that'd be actually really dope. Because I was gonna say it would be crazy if you give birth over there too.
No, I would not want to do that.
Yeah.
My worst fear is traveling while pregnant and then having to give birth in a foreign country. That's scary.
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
people who that's happened to, and that's crazy.
Yeah, first of all,
Bless your
you
soul.
shouldn't travel, OBGYN brain, you shouldn't travel past 32 weeks.
People do though.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Or they might go into labor early.
Yeah,
You
that's
know.
true. Yeah.
But
But
yeah, so she's show them the rock.
oh yeah, big news. Big news. Dave and I got engaged. What's today? Today is
We're engaged, we're engaged, we're engaged.
yes. Yes. Both Brittany and I are brides to be.
And the craziest part,
Oh my gosh, y'all are not
you're
gonna
not gonna believe it.
ever believe it. Like, God has a sense of humor, guys, bro. Like, it is insane. So the funny thing is that Brittany and I, we have similar names, right?
Yeah.
Brittany and Bridget, right? The other funny thing is
We're
that,
also short, 5 feet, dark brown hair,
Yes.
little thickums.
yes, from New
So we kinda
York.
look alike.
Exactly,
Somewhat, not really, but
exactly.
people do call us twins.
Hmm. And she has a daughter, a human daughter named Sage, and I have a dog named Sage. Totally different reasons why.
And totally like unintentional.
Unintentional. Everything has been unintentional. And now now both of our fiancés' last names are Diaz.
Yeah.
So now we're gonna
It's
be
actually wild.
now we're going to be Brittany Diaz and Bridget Diaz. Isn't that, listen, it is hilarious, but
We couldn't have done that. I
No,
swear.
literally,
Not
like,
planned at all.
listen, and the crazy thing is like, I've always, like, I don't know if I mentioned this. I think I've mentioned this to you before, but I've always, like, I've prayed to the Lord for a sister. I've always prayed to God
Yeah.
for a sister. And I literally remember being in my room, a little girl, and I didn't understand how, like, you know, we get sisters, we get siblings.
Yeah.
And I remember getting like a little one piece, my old one piece, and like praying my little eyes out to the Lord, like, Lord, I really want a little sister. And I just thought that, like, I just blink and then I have a little baby sister, right? And obviously that didn't happen. So then, but it's so crazy, like now, like looking back, and I'm like,
Yeah.
like how God answered my prayers,
Aw.
like, you know, like
Yeah.
obviously like with you, and then I considered Lizzie my sister as well, but like
Mhm.
how intentional he has been,
Yeah.
that so much that he's like, you want a sister?
For
Bada bing,
real.
bada boom, aquí está.
Now everywhere, if we go places, it'll be like Brittany, Bridget Diaz. Like people are automatically going to think that we're sisters or
Right.
cousins.
Right. At
It's
this point,
funny.
it's just like, yep, yes,
Yeah.
we are. Like literally,
Yeah.
yes, we are.
I'm dead. All right, next question. Your turn.
Okay. Next question. Let's see. I feel like this one's a given, but it's fun to ask. Who is most likely to lose their wallet?
To lose the wallet. Oh God, Bridget for sure. I meant to put something on here. Who's most likely to lose their head if it wasn't attached to their body?
Who do you think?
This girl. My God.
Bro, where's
Every
the lie?
single time we're together,
Every time.
it doesn't fail. Every time. Or like 9 times out of 10.
No, every time.
She leaves something. Every single time.
Every time. Like without fail. Like if you ever want to place a bet and win it, place a bet if I'm going to forget something,
Yes.
because that always happens. And I'm like, okay, what can I do to remember? Like, okay, create an inventory, Bridget. But guess what? I'm going to forget to create an inventory.
Yeah.
Like, it's just, I don't know what it is. And I'm
Mhm.
like, I literally don't have anything to blame it on, because I don't have kids. I'm not a mom. Like, I don't know. I don't have nothing to really blame it
Yeah.
on. It's just,
I always wonder, were you always like that? Like when we were younger?
I don't really know. I just think the only logic that I can think of is that I've just become so, I guess, busy. That I've had like so much more that I need to like manage. Like
Yeah.
I need to think about. I need to be like
Oh,
more,
for sure, yeah.
you know what I mean? That I didn't have to before.
Mhm.
That has just been harder now. So like before I didn't notice that. So it was easier for me to be on top of, you know? And honestly, like if it wasn't for the military, before the military, I wasn't the most organized person. I wasn't the most like, I didn't have like a structure of being organized. So I think because of that, now that I have a lot more to manage, maybe that's also a reason why. And like the military did help me with that, but you know, it didn't help me in every aspect.
Did you ever struggle with that in the military? Because I know they don't play. Like if you forget something.
You're right. Honestly, no, because
Okay.
with the military, there wasn't too much that I needed to make sure I had.
Okay.
I just needed to make sure that I like always had identification,
Yeah.
like, you know, my ID or whatever. I needed to make sure I needed to be in the proper uniform and be at the proper place. And that was always easy for
Yeah.
me.
And life was simpler because you were
Correct.
kind of there by yourself and like,
Right.
you know.
Right. But like now I have to like make sure of a lot of things. Like I need
Yeah.
like a lot of things. I can't even like,
No, I feel
you know,
you.
point it down. So
It's so crazy how that happens. Like,
yeah.
when did life get so
Busy.
busy and full? I don't know.
Yeah.
All right. Who's most likely to save a stray cat? 1000% Bridget. Like, I'll be like, oh, cool. Feel bad for them. Would never go near them. Would not touch them. Well, I will say, me and my brother once, we did save a cat that was like dying outside of our apartment.
Right.
And we brought it to the animal shelter. Like, we put it in a box. It was so sad.
Yeah.
But that's because it was dying and it was right in front of our house.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
If it was like a few houses down, I don't know if that would. Just animals are cool, love them, but not that much.
Listen, Brittany has had to stop me a couple times
Yes.
because like she already sees my face and she's like, don't even think about it. She's like, Bridget, keep walking, don't even think about it, because like I'll see an animal, like I'll see a cat. I have saved a cat. I'll tell you a quick story about it because I think I told you it was actually in front of your house.
In front of my house.
Well, it was like maybe like two
Here?
doors.
In Florida?
Yeah. I was living with you at the time and I was late to work because of it.
I remember. Yes.
I saved it. It was okay. So the cat was in the middle of the road and it was just laying down and it was whole. Like it wasn't like the middle of it wasn't flat. Like it looked like it was ran over, but it wasn't like you could tell it was hit by a car. You know, you couldn't tell. And so I was like, poor thing. Like, is it alive? That's what it was. Because if I can tell it was roadkill, then I would have kept going. But I couldn't tell. So anyways, it was in the middle of the road. And so then I stopped. I stopped and I saw that it was whole. Like the poor thing was like still entero. And so then I'm looking at it. I'm just like looking around like, is this anyone's cat? Like the poor thing, right? And so then it wasn't breathing, so it was already dead.
Oh
right?
my God.
It was already dead. You don't remember this?
No,
I could have sworn I told you.
A dead cat?
So I did pick up a dead cat to move it away from the middle of the road so it wouldn't get smushed.
Okay.
You know, I didn't want it. See, you're the only one that literally was like, okay, because everyone else thought I was crazy.
I mean, you are a little crazy for that. It could have had rabies.
Okay, but I didn't pick up with my bare hands, so thank God. I had some sense here. So, anyways, long story short, I was like trying to find a way to get the cat off from the middle, at least the middle. And so then, it was trash day, and the trash guy came by, and I was like, Mister, and I was crying because I felt bad. It was a poor little kitty, Bendito. I felt so bad. I was like, and then I was talking to the trash guy, and I was like, you gotta help me get this poor little kitty off the middle of the road, and whatever. He was helping me, and no, I'm lying. I'm jumping ahead. Anyways, I got a flat cardboard, and it was actually a neighbor who gave me the cardboard and some gloves to get the poor kitty off of the road, and I brought it to the side, and then that's when
kitty's crazy.
It was a poor little kitty. He was defenseless. And that's when I talked to the trash guy, and he was like, because I didn't know what to do, and so then he was like, go ahead and put him inside the trash, whatever, and I'll pretend like I didn't see it, and we'll just take him away from there. Because I didn't know what to do. I just felt so bad seeing, because it wasn't roadkill, so I felt bad just seeing that cat like that, and I just.
So if it was like run over, guts out, you wouldn't have felt bad.
Of course, I would have felt bad, but I would have felt bad, but I wouldn't have like touched it or got it. Yeah. I wouldn't have done none of that. Yeah. And so it was hilarious because they my coworkers was like, Bridget, what's wrong? You're never late. Like you're usually the first one here. What's going on? And so then when I told them the story, they were busting out laughing. But the funniest part of it all was, I'm not surprised. They all was like, that's something you would do. They were like, that's something you would do.
Thing, but not gonna be me. I wonder, like when it comes to roadkill, who cleans that up?
That's true. I don't know. I really don't. It won't be me. That's where I draw the line.
All right, next, your turn.
Okay. Sorry. There's a story
Let's
for
start
everything.
from the top and like go down,
Go down.
and popcorn that way.
Okay.
You don't have to do each one. Just
Each
pick
one.
whatever you want.
Okay. Let's see. Who is most likely to have 6 kids?
Oh, this is a great question.
I think Brittany for sure. Well,
Really?
now, because you have told me that you wanted to have 5, and I was
Yeah.
mind blown. And I was
Okay,
like, 5 kids.
Like in my dream
You're
world
wild.
where I have enough money
Mhm.
and mental capacity
Yeah.
and physical capacity too, because good Lord, these kids be draining. I would have 6 kids, but in reality, I think you.
6, you're bugging.
Actually, I don't know. I think neither of us, but who's more likely to?
Like, I guess likely to. I guess me, because I do love kids. To reframe the question, because I ain't popping out no 6 kids. I would have 6 kids in my household.
I guess.
But
Yeah.
6 kids is a lot. I
6 is a lot.
I do love kiddos.
But honestly, 6 is like a good number of kids.
That's a lot of kids.
I know, but how much love?
It's a lot of kids, girl. I mean, no, yeah, it's a whole lot of love. One thing I think I heard another podcast mention their dad, so like the grandfather, was in the home, and it was loud. Like the house was loud, and the dad was like, "Oh my gosh, like it's a lot going on." But the grandfather was like, "Your house is just full of life."
Yeah.
You know, and that
for sure.
kind of like changed my perspective, and I'm like, wow, that's so true. Like, yeah, like, you know, like kind of like for face value it can seem like chaotic, and yeah, of course it is kind of chaotic, but there's so much life, you know.
for
And
sure.
I actually like saw this a lot at your house with little Sagey. It's like you can see the little handprints everywhere, like how they play with their toys.
Yeah.
It's so
I get sad every day.
adorable.
I think every mom can probably relate. Like when you look around, you can get overwhelmed with the mess, the toys everywhere, all the laundry, you know, the half-eaten food, whatever. But then your perspective shifts when you realize like it's not going to be this way forever.
Right.
There's going to be a day when you miss the toys everywhere, when
Yeah.
you miss those things, and it helps you like shift your perspective so much. I think the only reason I've got to this point and not gone crazy is because of that perspective shift, because it can get overwhelming, especially for someone who gets easily overstimulated. Parenthood is hard.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I mean, I'm nervous for parenthood myself because I get overstimulated, but I think it's little things like that that's going to be like, I can have 6 more.
yeah. 6 more is crazy. 7. She's trying to go for
Imagine.
7. All right. Who's most likely to leave you on red? To leave someone on red?
Me for sure.
You think so?
100%.
I don't agree. I think me.
You think so?
Because I think you care so much. Like we've had this conversation so much where you're like, I have to respond to them. I have to respond to them. I'm like, no, you don't, girl. You don't owe anybody a response.
You're right.
Like especially if you're busy, like people can wait. Like before text phones existed, people could not get instant connection with you unless they called, and if you weren't by the phone, you weren't picking up. Like we all feel like we deserve that instant communication, and technology has fooled us into thinking that, and that's one of the leading causes of anxiety, bro. Like because we're not supposed to be so accessible to people at all times of the day, every single day. It's just not healthy. It's not realistic, and I'm gonna leave you on red, respectfully.
Amen, sis. Like literally, that's one of my biggest things. I've literally have always said. I honestly been this way since I was younger. I actually had an old friend of mine used to be like, why do you even have a phone? Because I almost would never pick it up because it has always brought me so much anxiety. Because I guess you're right, because I've always felt like I need to answer, like I need, you know, but deep down inside, I'm like, I don't want to. I want to leave them on like red or something like that. You know, that's why I'm like, I feel like I would leave them on red, but you're right. I inside, I would feel like I have to respond, you know, but maybe I'm getting a little bit better at like, no.
You are. And also like do not disturb and like the iPhone focus features are my best friend. Like
seriously.
It brings so much peace to kind of just put that wall up, because it politely tells people that like you can text me, but I may not respond.
Right.
And it's like it puts that boundary in a respectful way. And I'm not the type to like leave you on red forever. Like I'm always going to try my absolute best to get back to everybody. It might be a few days later, it might be a few weeks, it might be a few months depending on our relationship.
Right.
And that's okay.
Right,
Like
absolutely.
I have people who I have healthy relationships with that we respond to each other a month, 2 months later, and that's okay. Like we're still keeping that
100%.
connection alive. And yeah, it just would be too much to keep up with everybody every single day, all the time. Like I literally don't even have time to like think sometimes in my day. So
Seriously, yes,
yeah.
yes. And one of my small groups, like from a couple years ago, I remember it took me in the introductory like messages. It took me, I think, like a week or so to
Mhm.
like even just say my name. And the way that I like introduced myself, I was like, I said my name or whatever, and I was like, I serve here, and I was just like, I'm sorry, I'm just a bad texter, right? When we showed up to the thing, one of them was just like, "Hi, are you Bridget, the bad texter?" Bro, I was like, yes, yes, that's me. Like, it was so funny. It was
That's
hilarious because it's like, yes, I'm proud to admit that. Because I was like, yeah, I am the bad texter. It was so funny. It's hilarious.
Your turn.
Let's see. Okay, let's see. Who is most likely to ask the waitress or barista
Marisa.
to change their drink or food if it didn't taste good? I feel like you are.
I feel like I don't know. I will say I'm not the type to completely not do that.
Mm-hmm.
I've grown in that because, like, growing up, I would always be like, I don't know. I just had this. Well, I don't know what you call it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's people pleasing, whatever. I just had this fear of like saying what I wanted or needed or how I felt my whole life. And it wasn't until I became like a young adult that I started kind of getting more like confident and like, no, I'm allowed to take up space. I'm allowed to speak my
You
mind.
should.
And so now I am a little bit more inclined. But I'm definitely not the type of person who like it came natural to me. Cause like we would go out to eat with friends and stuff. And there's some people be like, if they didn't like it, they'll put a hair and be like, I don't like this. There's a hair in my food. Or be like, excuse me, I don't like this. This is gross. Like I was never that kind. And no shade to you. Like honestly, more power to you if you do that. But if it's genuinely like not good or they messed up my order and it's not inconvenient to go back, because sometimes it happens and I realize and I'm gone or something.
Yeah.
Then I would like politely say like, hey, like I ordered this or ordered that. Like, do you mind changing it kindly? And
Right.
yeah.
Right. And there's nothing wrong with that for
Mhm.
sure. The reason why I said you is because, yeah, you're definitely like more courageous than me.
Aw. You
It's
gotta
like-
work at it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I wasn't always
Yeah.
like confident in doing
Yeah,
that.
yeah, for sure. Because like I'm like she said, I'm like gotta work on that. Because there's nothing wrong with that. Like as you should, like especially like in consideration, like is it really like something that I'm not gonna enjoy my meal, you know what I mean? Because I think about that too, like when I would say something like I am paying for this and of course I want to enjoy it. Is it
Mhm.
something that would kind of like cause me to not enjoy then yeah, and you say something politely. But if it's something that's like, you know what, like my bread isn't as toasted, but it's not going to affect the whole thing. Like,
Right.
it's not that
Yeah,
serious. Then,
yeah.
Something like that. Or they use like whole milk instead of like oat milk. I can deal. Like
I can't.
Yeah, she wouldn't because she's more intolerant than I
Yeah.
am when it comes to something like that. So I can deal with it. But like if it was almond milk, we got another story because I do not like almond milk in my beverages. No thanks.
Yeah.
But like I personally would never, like be rude about it and be like, this is gross. Like, nothing like that. Gross. Like I would never do anything like that.
Okay. Who's more likely to drive to the airport, pick a place, and go?
Oh my gosh, this is like hello.
1000% me. 1000%.
Yes.
Like I've never actually done that, but I would love to.
Yes.
Oh, 1000%.
Without a
Like,
doubt.
when it comes to travel, bro, like I don't care. Like I'll do it. I'll go anywhere, anytime,
Mhm.
it don't matter.
Literally, you just
I will
tell
do it.
her like the bare minimum details and
Mhm.
Brittany's like, let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Yes. I also love to travel, but I think I'm not as like I guess spontaneous. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like for sure. Cause I do love, don't get me wrong, like I do love a spontaneous trip.
Yeah.
But I definitely think you're
Like I could envision a scenario where I'm like, bro, let's go do this. And you'd be down, but you would have a lot of questions.
Yes.
You'd be like, but wait, what, are you sure? What kind of outfit should I wear? Like, what should we do?
100%.
What should I bring? Like, when are we going to be back? What if we go here?
Right. And like, don't get me wrong, because you're definitely very like strategic too. You know, you're very strategic. You like research. Listen, Brittany is so good when it comes to research.
Research is my middle name. It's exhausting. I hate that I have to do research, but I have to do research with everything. Oh my God, it's annoying.
Yeah, like she's really great at that. So like, even though like spontaneous, like she's all for that, but like she's also really good at research. But even still, like she'll be like, we'll figure that out. Like, like don't worry about that weather. Like we're going to Montana. It's gonna be cold. Just wear like long pants. Like, you know, like something like that. You know. So for sure. Let's see. Who is most likely to choose dare if playing truth or dare?
I don't know. This is a hard one.
I don't know either.
I feel like we both are inclined to say truth because we're both very we love like deep questions, like being vulnerable, being open. Like we have no problem with that. Some people shy away from truth for that reason. But at the same time, we're also not scared of a dare.
Right. Like we're adventurous at the same time. You know, so that's why I was just like,
okay, let's answer for ourselves though. Okay. So, I think right now, if I was going to play truth or dare, I'd probably do truth.
Yeah?
Why? I don't know. That's hard.
Yeah? I'm trying to think for myself.
I'd probably do truth. I'm more of a chicken now.
Yeah. I don't think so. Honestly,
really?
Girl, yeah, I don't think
because I like Velocicoaster?
Yes. Bro, I am starting to feel like I'm becoming a chicken. Like I'm really becoming a chicken when it comes to...
I force myself to do that because I feel like I'm becoming a chicken. And I'm like, I don't want to be a chicken. Bok, 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 bok. I don't want to be a chicken. I don't want to be a duck.
Oh my gosh. Like literally, I'm like, who am I becoming? Because I'm never usually like scared of roller coasters or anything like that. But I'm like, I'm legit becoming like scared and I don't like it. So maybe I should probably do it. I don't know about riding Velocicoaster again though.
You would do a dare. You're more likely to do the dare. I got the answer. Because you're more like down for whatever. When it comes down to it, like I'm competitive, but when it comes to dare, people be choosing like nasty things like bugs or gross you out type stuff or drinking something. Like I can't do that. I can't. So I'm more likely to pick truth. But you are more likely to like be like, nah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
Maybe. I think you're right. Because when I think about it, yeah.
Because you lost our bet and you had to ride Velocicoaster and you did it. And you made it easy to lose your bet.
So, okay, that got me tight. I didn't lose the bet. I just fulfilled my end of it because I was so mad because they've been trying, her fiance and his cousin, we all have passes to Universal and they've been trying to get me on Velocicoaster forever. And I'm like, I ain't doing it. So I was like, but I will do it on one condition. And I'm so mad that I gave this condition thinking that, oh, they're not going to do this.
Yeah.
Didn't realize who I was talking to.
It was to chug lime juice.
Yes.
Or lemon juice or whatever.
It wasn't like regular, like from fresh lemons. It was like concentrated, like lime lemon juice, right? So it was supposed to be terrible. It was supposed to be like one of the worst things ever, bro. So I'm like, I would ride Velocicoaster if y'all do this. They were like, I bet, no problem, right? No problem. So I was like, okay, cool. It was so underwhelming.
It was so easy. We enjoyed it.
I was so mad.
We enjoyed it even more because we knew that she was getting on Velocicoaster that weekend.
I was so mad. I was like my heart wanted to jump out my chest the entire time. And they were living for that, bro. And then ever since then, I haven't been the same. Ever since I ride on that. Don't get me wrong.
You
I
gotta go on it 2 more times to like become used to it. I promise you. I promise you. Now I actually enjoy it. I don't get scared. Well, I get a little scared, but that's part of it. That's fun.
That ride is intense.
It's such a good ride, though.
It's a good ride if you like a thrill. I will say that.
It's great. Okay. Who's most likely to cry while recording an episode? Definitely you.
Definitely me.
It's weird because when we think about the episodes and we know in advance what we're talking about, I get emotional. Yeah. But there's something about me, toxic trait, since I was a kid, of like, I feel like I can't show that emotion. Like, and it's not even like conscious. It's just subconscious where like it has to be something that really hits deep and like really, I don't know, you catch me on a bad day that I'll cry like while the cameras are recording.
I don't think that's a toxic trait, to be honest.
Nah, it is.
You think so?
I think so.
No, I don't think so.
Because I wish I could show more. Because I feel like on the inside I'm crying, but y'all don't see it. So you think I'm strong or whatever, da da da. But no, I'm like, no, I'm going through it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I feel that. I mean, because it's always crazy, and I've always said this to you, because like I actually feel uncomfortable how easy it is for me to like wear my heart on my
We're
sleeve.
so opposite. Because I'm like, I
Yeah.
wish I could.
And I'm like,
And I think it's a beautiful thing.
Oh my gosh. But I think because you said it earlier, like not everyone's supposed to have so much access. And like I'm not trying to like down like how relatable, yes, like how beautiful that part is, like, you know, how people can relate when they see that. But I guess in part it's kind of scary for me because it's like, what if I'm showing this to people that maybe shouldn't have that access? And, you know, I don't know. I don't know how to really describe it or whatever, because it's hard. It's something hard for me to control as well. You know what I mean? So the way that I view like you, where for you is kind of opposite. I'm just like, I feel like you might have an advantage of like filtering or like knowing who to give access to, like to see that vulnerability. Does that make sense? I don't know if I'm making good sense here.
No, it does make sense.
You know what I'm saying?
We just sit on different sides of the coin on that one, you know, and it's life. It's like when you have straight hair, you want curly hair. The curly hair girl wants straight hair.
Yeah.
You know, or they used to.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. But that's why we're here, you know?
Yeah.
You get a little bit of both.
Your turn.
Okay. Let's see here. I'm gonna kind of like go down the list. Who is likely to say yes to last minute plans? I know who's likely to not do it. Me.
I don't know.
Well, okay, let me not say that so fast.
I don't know. It really depends. Cause okay, naturally, I think me. I think naturally, like instinctively, yes. Mm-hmm. But it depends who.
Okay.
Because there's certain people I will 1000%, if they hit me for last minute plans, I'm dropping everything. I'm going to hang out with them, like my close people.
Yeah.
People I enjoy spending time with. But then, if it's like someone I'm not super close with, or depending on the situation, I have gotten a lot less, honestly, just able to do last minute plans because I'm so busy. I have such little time to give. So yeah, it depends.
Yeah, that's true. Cause I'm like, let me not be too quick to say no. Cause I honestly wasn't always quick to say no. You know, it's actually been something I've been working on. Cause I'm the same way. Like I will definitely see where I can find room. Cause where my life is right now, like every second of the day kind of just feels accounted for, you know?
For sure.
You know, so it's like, it's been hard. If you're not like, if I'm not that close to you, then it's a little bit harder for me to just like automatically say yes. But yeah, like if like you're very close to me, then it's easier for me to be like, yeah, 100%, like, you know, look at my schedule, whatever the case is. But
yeah,
I will say that I have been getting better at kind of like stepping back and looking at like, I guess my day or like my schedule, like in a bigger picture to see where am I saying yes and no to, and not saying it more like in an emotional place. You know what I mean? Because FOMO, because I used to let FOMO really take over and like fill up my plate worse than what it is now. You know what I mean? So
yeah, I feel like for me, like last minute plans are actually, as I'm thinking through it, it's like a personality trait for me. I love it. But because I'm not young like that no more, I got responsibilities and such little time. I shouldn't do much last minute plans, but the thing is I will always make time for them and space for them because like you said, I am very strategic. I am very like, I need that order, but I thrive off of a little spontaneity.
Yeah,
so,
100%.
Like, that makes me feel alive. It makes me enjoy life. Like if it's a long work day and you're like, let's go to Disney, let's go to Universal. Yes.
Yeah.
Unless I'm really tired or, you know.
Yeah. I think I can relate to that 100%. Like it's crazy because we're so similar, but yet different. I think there's different spectrums
Mhm.
to it too, because like if you was to hit me up, I think, and we've done it before, like I think sometime last year in the summer, on a Wednesday, you were just like, hey, like we're going to Universal. Do you want to come? And I was like, yeah, let's do it. And it was so much fun. You know what I mean? So like same thing. Like I love some spontaneous in my life too, because sometimes you really just kind of like need that break.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I mean?
Break up the monotony, you know.
Yeah, 100%. But absolutely still have like some kind of like some structure, you know, some kind of rhythm, you know.
Yeah.
I agree.
Okay. Who did that one?
Me. I did that one.
Okay.
I almost forgot to.
Who's most likely to get their feelings hurt by the other, like by the other person?
By the other person?
Like us, yeah.
So like
I feel like me.
You think so?
Yeah. Unless you do a really good job at hiding it, but like I feel like I'm very sensitive. Yeah.
You think so? More sensitive than me?
I think you don't get hurt as easily. Like you don't get.
Well, yeah, I don't really have like. I'm a softie. I'm a softie, but I do have pretty thick skin. Like I don't. Yeah, like I guess so. Like you would just have to hit really below the belt, or in order for me to like.
Yeah.
I guess I see what you're saying,
but
I guess so. Because I mean, I feel like you have pretty thick skin too.
I think I have thick skin with people who are not in my inner circle, like with the world for sure. But the people closest to me, because I'm very like protective of that, I think I let the people close to me in like have special access and stuff. And I do. Also, I'm a very deep feeler. You are too, but like, I think, I
see what you're saying. Because like certain people have different like levels to your heart.
Yeah.
So I see. Yeah. Because like you could definitely hurt me probably easier than maybe like
a friend you made last year.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Because like, you know, you're my best friend, and you know, you're obviously like near and dear to my heart than like somebody else. So I see what you're saying. Yeah. That surprised me. Okie dokie. Let's see.
Your turn.
Okie doke. Who is likely to go to jail?
Oh my god.
This one I feel like
depends on what.
Yes, I feel like this was a little tricky. It's a little tricky.
I think I'm easier to pop off on someone. Like, it takes longer for you to get there, but given the right situation,
yes,
it depends. Like, what are we going to jail for? Violence, shoplifting, I don't know. Like, it depends.
It really does.
Well, I guess that's the question. Like, who's most likely?
I would say I think you painted it very well, because like you'll be quicker. Not like any given moment, like you're like gonna
but
do it.
If you mess with the people close to me, but you're the same way.
Same way, yeah.
But I think given my life, I'm more likely to, because you're ready to, but it's rarely ever happened where like you've like gotten into altercations or gotten into trouble. You're more good. Like, I have stolen in the past when I was younger. I was super young. I didn't get arrested, but and I've gotten into fights.
Yeah.
So I think just given that, trouble finds me more. But like, given the right situation, I don't know.
Listen, yes, I think that's the key thing. Given the right, because even for you, girl, like I've had to just hold my composure sometimes, because I'm like, I love Jesus. Yeah. And it's crazy because like you've actually told me that sometimes like there's been people that have told you was like, Bridget seems very like protective, like very protective. Because I am that way. Like with people that is very close to me, don't touch them. Like do not, please. Like I just hold them to a different, place. So yeah, like given the right circumstance, like and to be honest, like I feel like if getting me there, like without a doubt, like I'll probably be like, like I probably my head down, but deep down inside I'm like, they deserved it. Like I don't care, they deserved it. Like you know what I mean?
I feel like Honestly, yeah, it depends. I think it would have to be just luck of the draw because I think
Yeah.
we're both very similar in like you mess with someone we love.
Right.
We got
It
time,
is
baby.
literally.
And also, I have probably one of my deepest like passions or things I'm passionate about or like feel strongly against is like injustice. So
Oh,
if I see
yeah.
someone being treated
part.
poorly that can't protect
That part.
themselves or something, or can't speak up or whatever, I will step in with the quickness. I won't even care about thinking about going to jail.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think you're the same way.
No,
So
100%. Yeah, yeah, 100%. I can think of like many scenarios like when I was younger and stuff like that. Like, yeah, because like I remember like even like when we were younger and like I would go with you and stuff like that. And I'm just like fair fight.
oh
Kinda
yeah,
thing,
yeah.
like fair fight. Like
That's funny.
yeah. So we were both going to jail,
Coming
but like
with me to go fight somebody's crazy. I never
know,
was looking for the fights. They came to me.
for sure,
Yeah,
for sure.
It was wild.
But I will say like. And like I'm thinking back like at the truth or dare question, like, and it goes back to like I guess roots,
Yeah.
because like I don't know if you remember like whenever I had like that altercation, because it was like very few altercations that I would have, but I remember when that girl when we were in middle school and she was like picking on me and stuff like that. I don't know what it is, but like growing up, like in New York or whatever, it was always just like I was never the type that like would look for fights or anything like that. But one thing about me is that you will not call me like a punk, like, or something like that. So maybe that's probably why I'm like more prone to maybe doing a dare or something.
Yeah.
Or, you know what I mean? Like something like that.
It's that grit in us.
Yeah.
For sure. And you were in the military too. So I feel like that adds to it.
Oh, yeah, that too. Cause like,
you're like, bro, what can I not do?
Yeah. So yeah, it's like I guess in a way survival. Cause like in middle school too, like I remember like we were at the store and that girl, she was nearby and I told you and I was like, Britt, I think it's probably gonna go down. And we were both the same. We're just like fair fight. Like if it's gonna happen, like is 1-on-1, but like I'm here if some crazy happens or whatever. I remember giving you my earrings. And she didn't. She ended up, she was like talking out her mouth or whatever. She didn't. But it was just like, but my heart was like,
yeah.
But it's just like, I'm not going down as a punk. Like, and I think that's
so
the thing
crazy
about
when you think about it. Like, side note, but like on that, what the heck is wrong with people? Because like, there was so many girls who just wanted to fight all the time.
Yeah.
Like they literally looked for it all the time.
Yeah.
And my heart breaks, especially now being an adult, being a mom. I'm like, what were they going through at home?
Yes.
That they had that much anger, like such a short circuit. Like that's so sad to me.
Yeah.
And I'm grateful, like, even in that moment, that's what kept me through that. Cause like I got bullied, harassed, like crazy. Girls wanted to fight me
it was
so much, bro. And I literally was just minding my own business. And I'm grateful that like my mom and just people like spoke sense into me, like, hey, like they're probably going through something and then they're just taking it out on you.
Right.
Whatever, And
right.
I don't know. That's just so sad.
Yeah.
Let's do better, guys. Raise our kids better.
100%.
All right. Who's more likely to ask for a discount or negotiate a price somewhere? Definitely me.
I was gonna say, I think you.
Yeah.
You're so good with words, and like you're a good businesswoman.
Yeah, I think it never hurts,
Right. Right. Me, I feel like I'll try once, then whatever they give me, I'm like, okay.
Yeah. I don't like negotiating though. I'm not good at negotiating, but I feel like I'm more likely to than you because it is something that's just not natural. It's just not like
yeah. I'm just like I don't know. It's a very uncomfortable thing for me. So yeah, I would say, let's see. I like this one. Who is most likely to write a book? I think you.
Yeah.
I think you are for sure.
Yeah. I like to write.
Yeah.
And I have a lot to say.
Yeah. You're also so good with words. Like sometimes I'm just like,
I don't feel like I am.
What? I think you are so good. I've learned a lot from you. Like,
I think because I have such a desire to express myself and I'm not good with words, it forces that frustration. It's like, no, I have to get good with words. How can I say what I'm trying to say? And so, yeah. But yeah, definitely write a book for sure. God has already placed it on my heart many years ago. And he keeps reminding me. I don't think it's time just yet, but for sure, I think I will at some point. So stay tuned.
Yay! Would love to see you at the book signing. Your turn.
I like the next one. Oh, wait, I pick, right?
Okay. Yeah, your pick.
Who's more likely to offer emotional support versus practical support? So, like, which one for you, which one for me? That's hard.
Yeah.
Okay, and instinctively, initially.
You go first. Because I feel like this is a two answer.
It's really hard. Because, like, at times I feel like I can give a lot of practical support, but I feel like I'm also very much like the type to be like, how's your soul? Like, how are you? Like, really sit with people and not shy away from things that a lot of people do. But I'm also very practical where I'm like, okay, we can talk spiritual, we can talk deep, emotional, but also, girl, like, let's do something.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, sometimes you just need to, like, put on some makeup, do your hair cute, and feel good.
Yeah, yeah.
Just spit. But yeah, what's your answer for
I
you?
think I would say, I don't know, because I feel like it's a good balance. But just if we're trying to be like super detailed, I want to say you're, because you're both, but I would say maybe practical would be like 60%, and then the other 40 emotional, for
agree
sure.
with that.
You know, I would say I'm more emotional.
The opposite.
Yeah, I'm more the opposite. I'm more like 60%
emotional, 40%
yeah.
practical.
Practical, yeah. Because like I think my innate, like my automatic response is emotional. My automatic is like I want.
And what does that look like though? Because when I'm thinking through that with you, not in a bad way, but I feel like if someone can get next to you, yes, but you're not the most available, if that makes sense. Whereas I think I make myself more emotionally available, like
I see.
practically.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Like I'll check in, I'll text.
400%.
But the thing is, like your emotional support is a little bit more authentic than mine is. Like,
okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's not as often, but it goes further.
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Yeah. I see what you're saying. Yeah, because like I don't know how to put it into words, but I get what you're saying. Yeah.
You were saying how you're innately your response naturally is emotional support.
Yeah, it's emotional. But see, like I think I'm also I'm trying to become a little bit wiser with that, because like some people might not take well, because I'm like I want to like I'll cry with you, I'll hug you, or like, you know, things like that, like emotional, you know, I'll listen to you, things like that. But sometimes some people might not like take that so well. Like my boss, for example, one of the first things that she told me, she's just like, if she's sad, she doesn't want like a hug.
Yeah.
And I'm like, good thing you told me that, because that's one of the first things that I'm going to do. You know what I mean? So kind of like that. It was just like, because that's my, you know what I mean? So.
Well, you got good practice with me. Even though in recent years I have been like, I need a hug.
Yes. Honestly, you and Liz have actually showed, like helped me kind of like become wiser with how to do that. You know what I mean? Not to change how I am, because y'all just gonna have to deal with my little like loving emotional support, but like just to be a little wiser with that, because you know, just growing in living life too, I feel like I've become a little bit practical with it too, and asking some questions.
That's what I was gonna say. I mean? Like you are more intentional with the practicality. I feel like in our relationship specifically, you'll be like, hey, can I help you with Sage? Or you'll give practical options. And I will say, if anyone can take note, like on how to be there for people, especially your mom friends, but really anybody, but especially your mom friends, especially if they're a new mom, like, or they're in any season of overwhelm, offering things, because if they're already in overwhelm, they don't know what they need help with, what to ask for. They're gonna feel like, well, I can't ask for this. This is something I have to take care of. Just offer, like, hey, instead of be like, what can I do for you? Be like, hey, I'm gonna, you know, pick you up dinner tonight. Do you want Chick-fil-A or Chipotle? You know, give them like easy options. But
yeah. And that's definitely like helped me learn, you know what I mean? For sure.
You've been good at that. But I can see. I think naturally I lean more practical, you lean more emotional, for sure.
But I think it helps our dynamic
for
too.
Sure.
You know what I mean? It's the perfect balance for us. Shouty. Who asked that one? Because I forgot.
I think I did.
Okay. We can make this one the last one.
Okay.
So I'll ask this last one. Ooh, I like this one. Who can keep calm when things get stressful?
Oh, that's hard.
Okay,
what do we mean, outwardly or inwardly?
How about
when things get stressful?
I think outwardly. Let's do outwardly.
I think me. I think
100%. That was what I was gonna say. You for sure. I think I wear everything on my sleeve. I wear my heart and my stress.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
You know, like.
But I be stressing on the inside. But I think, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not the greatest at keeping calm. Don't get me wrong. I think she's just more likely to not keep calm.
Yeah, 100%. Which is crazy. You know, like when I think about like, oh, I was in the army, they should have taught me that. But I don't know. I freak out quicker at first. So I've noticed, like, for me, like, I think I need a second.
Yeah.
You know, I need a second, and then if I get a second, and then I can kind of like get back in. But you don't always have that second.
Yeah.
You know, but I definitely think you are most likely to keep calm. Like, you have better reactions.
Okay.
You know, like, logically.
Can we end with one last fun one that's kind of like that, but it was submitted from one of our besties, Aria. Who's most likely to be the first one to die in a zombie apocalypse?
Oh no.
This is good because innately I want to say you're most likely to die first.
Oh yeah.
But also you were in the military.
True.
You know how to shoot. I think I shot a gun maybe once in my life. And you have that tactical training. I do not. In my head, I think I'm more delusional to think I would survive because I do have really good survival tactics. Like, as far as like, I don't know. Is anyone else like this? Or is it just me? Am I weird? I think about these situations all the time and I'm like, okay, I would do this. I would do that. Like, think about The Walking Dead. I'm like, oh, are they Walking Dead zombies or are they like World War Z zombies?
Oh my gosh, I can't.
That greatly affects it. But
you also, you think outside the box a lot more than I do.
Okay.
So I think
I think you're most likely to die because
I don't disagree.
you probably trip on something and fall and get caught.
100%. Yeah, I don't disagree at all. Like, yes, I have these like tactical skills and I do know how to like handle a weapon, but with my anxiety and with my clumsiness, listen.
I'm just picturing it.
She's
running, the zombies are coming, and she's like shooting. She falls back, and I have to go run and grab her and like pull her.
Yo, literally, every time I see like a movie, anything like that, I'm like, that would have been me. I would have died right there. Like, scene one, that would have been me. Like, 100%.
That's hilarious.
You know, but at the same time, this is where I get hope in myself. Like, when when stuff hits the fan, like survival skills, like bada bing, bada boom, you know, that's what gives me some hope. But other than that, nah, like I ain't making it. This is so fun though. Really fun. I love this one.
Thank you guys so much. Oh no, hold on. Let's see.
Oh, let's see. We got one last one from our executive producer.
Dave said, I guess according with that question, he said Bridget is most likely to eat food from the garbage to survive. That's true. Let's say we weren't when it comes to the zombies, I think you're more likely to die. But when it comes to survival, like as far as regardless of the zombies, just living in a world that there's no more food being produced and things like that, you're more likely to survive.
I think so too.
She could eat 5-6 day old chicken.
Yes.
I can't do it.
Yes. Because I have, and we wonder why I have gut issues.
I'm dead. That's so funny.
But that's why Dave said that, because literally, like, I would eat almost anything. There's almost nothing under the sun I would eat.
I respect it, honestly. I wish I could be like that, but I just can't.
Yeah.
A lot of things go to waste in my life. I'm trying. I'm getting better. Well, anyways, thank you guys for tuning in to this really fun episode. We pray that it bless you, and that you got to get to know us a little bit better.
Yes, and laugh with us. This was like so fun. If you like things like this, episodes like this, just a little lighthearted, get to know us a little bit more. Please make sure to comment. We love to respond to you guys. We love to interact with you guys.
Yeah.
And yeah.
We love you.
We love you.
Till next time.
Peace.
Bye.
Piece of cake.
Peace of pie. Bye.